Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Today I am testing out a bunch of new makeup. I have, I think, everything from the latest Jaclyn Hill launch, like all of the powders. I have Fenty Beauty, the corrector for the under eye. I have a new foundation from Dior that I didn't even know about. I have the red Panda palette from Jackyn Cosmetics. I also have new Anastasia, LILAC B, yada yada. So if you guys want to see how I created this look and the products that I used to achieve it, just keep watching. I have a new Dior foundation to try out as well as a new brush. The foundation is the Forever Natural Nude and I have the shade 2N. I didn't even know about this foundation. I had no idea. One of you in the comment section let me know, so thank you very, very much. And I need to do something else first before I get into this, but this is what it looks like. Completely forgot that I have some Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics here, and there is a primer. Yeah, there it is. That's why I couldn't find it, because it was on my table. I have already put this underneath this eye. The reason I did that was to see if it mattered, if you needed to let it sink into the skin, or if just going in with it and going straight in with your foundation and concealer was okay. This is just my process. So this has been on my face for about 10 minutes, I think about 10 minutes. And this is the Jaclyn Hydrating Under Eye Primer. I really wanted to try this out because we all know my favorite one from Becca is leaving. Like, it's actually close. We're moving on to summer, and then I believe it's in September that Becca is no longer, I don't even want to talk about it. But this one right here, I figured I needed to try it out. I've tried out several under eye primers and have not been enthused with anything other than Becca. So this one from Jaclyn was like, you gotta try it out. And it has like this little applicator that feels really good under the eye. Just going back and forth. Feels nice and cool. And I'm not squeezing any more product out. I'm just massaging it in. Then I'm going to go in with my finger and tap it out. And it does feel very moisturizing, hydrating. It does not give that, like, with the Becca one, after about 5 minutes, you get a really cooling sensation. It doesn't do that. It does not do that. But it does feel really good instantly with that cool applicator. But we'll see what it looks like underneath concealer. Right now, I'm going to go in with the foundation and this new brush. I've seen several of my favorite friends, influencers here on YouTube testing this out, and I wanted it. I wanted it so bad. I don't know how to pronounce this. It's Koyudo. I think this is, no, I'm not going to say, nope. I am not familiar with this series of brushes. I'm just going to test this one out. Look how cute it is. It's like this little, and another reason why I want to try it is because I love this brush from Sonia G. This is the mini base. They're almost the same. So this one's a little bit longer, but this one has a fatter tip. So I wanted to try this out, and I'm going to try it out with this foundation. All right, I'm going to squeeze it directly onto the brush and go in. Oh, that smell. Dior has such a good smell to their foundations. It looks like I could have gone one shade deeper. I could tap up here. This pretty much matches my skin. I wonder if it will oxidize. Because a lot of Dior foundations do oxidize. Oh, this feels good. This feels really good. I like this brush. This looks like it's going to be a really good option for a lightweight foundation. It's not giving me much more coverage than, it's a little bit more than the Skin Tint. Oh my goodness. From Fenty, but not a lot more. Next up, I'm going in with a new Fenty Bright Fix. I'm taking two different shades, number 4 and number 9, which is Peach. That is the corrector that I used. I put it on my Beauty Eccentric Visionaries. I think that's right. On Etsy, they sent me this little palette, and I put the peach here, and the other one here, the number 4, and then I grabbed some of the peach and I mixed it together. I know this is too much, but I was just kind of playing around and seeing which one, like how much I would need of the peach. And I mixed those so that I can have the corrector and the concealer kind of all in one. And I am going to use that mini base from Sonia G to apply it. If you want to see how I apply this with just the number 4, you can look at that on my Face of Fenty, where I initially tried this out. This is the Jackyn Cosmetics Brightening and Setting Palette. I believe I have the one for light because I wanted the lilac shade, but I don't actually know which one it is. I think it's the light one that I grabbed though. Just doesn't say on here. The shades are lilac, coconut, honey, and almond. So what do I want to use? I'm going to use a sponge, and I think I'm going to mix these two here with my sponge. Oh, she said something about getting the top layer off with the brush, so that's what I'm going to do first. Clean brush, just going to go over the tops of them. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and set. Ooh, that's really fine. And ooh, this powder, I'm not kidding, it feels very, very good. It kind of reminds me of the what is the what? Oh my gosh, Hindash. It feels slightly like that. A little bit creamier. This looks so good. What the heck? Like really good. Really smooth. I'm not gonna lie to you, I wasn't expecting that because I'm so picky about my under eye powders. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna go in with a little bit more of this one because I think the other one's a little bit bright. This one is too. That's okay. Yeah, wow, okay. We're gonna have a bright under eye today. I have not been this bright underneath my eyes in a hot minute, but it's smooth. Taking the other side of the sponge just to pick up any excess powder that might be on my skin. I just looked in the mirror. It doesn't look cakey or anything like that, but I just want to make sure that everything is melted in and I can pick up anything that doesn't need to be sitting on my skin. Then I have the Jaclyn Cosmetics Translucent Setting Powder, which I'm going to use for the remainder of my face, or the outside perimeter, as well as my nose. Let's see what this looks like. I was really happy to not see cornstarch. I was really worried about that. So it just looks white. It's not as smooth as the other ones, but I am going to take this little brush again and go over the top just to get top layer off. I feel like this might leave a cast on darker complexions, but we'll see how it goes on my skin and go from there. I'm going to go in with a clean Esam V49. I'm just going to start tapping this into the skin. I think it's lightening up my foundation a little bit, not a lot. But usually when you go in and you spray, whether it is a setting spray or a hydrating spray, it will sink in and it should come back to your natural color. But again, this is very smooth. It is very smooth. For my nose, I'm going to go in with a Detail Pro from Sonia G. And I'm going to set it with this. I just like using this brush to do this. Just a little easier. Now I'm going to go in with a new product from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the Italian Summer Face Palette. This was sent to me in PR. Just open it up. I believe it has a blush, highlight, and bronzer. I gotta admit, I wish that she had done creams. I think that would have been a little bit more up to date or something new. It's just, you know, we've seen these products from Anastasia. The packaging is nice. It's like this cardboard with shimmer on it, not the kind that's going to fall over everywhere. So it's nice, and it has the rose gold all around the edges, really pretty. And then there's a little protector on the plate that says Anastasia. And then, I mean, it's actually nice. It's pretty. It's pretty. Got a mirror inside, bronzer, highlight, and blush, like I said. So I'm going to go in with brush number 1 from the Yano series with Beautylish. Oh, I mean, even this brush picks up quite a bit. I'm going to start back here. This one is pigmented. So I have to be very careful with this and build instead of like going all in. And I definitely need to be bronzed up with, I feel like I got kind of light with the powders. So I would say, I think that, which she mentioned, I think that she's going to want to come out with more shades of that translucent. I don't believe it's going to work for everybody. Because I don't know that I actually want to spray my face because I have this really natural glow that I don't feel like I need to, oh, I went a little ham right there. I don't feel like I need powder sunk into my face. It doesn't feel heavy, and I have a glow that I like. I don't want it to be too glowy. We'll see, but I don't feel like I need to spray my face, so I wouldn't. And if you didn't want to spray your face, you're not going to, I think it's going to make your foundation or whatever be just a little bit lighter. And I am a light medium in skin tone. I'm going in with the original Esom brush. No extra powder. I just want to make sure that I can get the edges blended out. I do think it blended very nicely. It's just I want to make sure it's diffused just a little bit more. Same bronzer, lightly tapped. I'm using this to contour the nose so it does not get lost on my face. And then I'm going to use the Endangered Cosmetics Red Panda palette. And I love this. Like, you see the cute little face, and then it pops out like this. These are the shades right here. So I'm going to use that. I'm going to create my eye look and then come back on and duplicate it. I'm starting off with the Bristles Beauty EO2 RL and the second shade in the bottom row. I'm going to place this on the lower portion of the lid. Move into the crease. And blend upward. Going in for some more to build it up. And I will lightly bring it into the inner portion, but I don't want it to be as pigmented. I just want it to be light on the inner portion and a little bit deeper, or quite a bit deeper on the outer corner. And up towards the brow. You don't have to bring this up as high as I do. I just like to. Same shade on a rougher number 3. Putting this right on the lower lash line. An old MAC 217. I'm going to go in with the third shade in the bottom row. Packing this on the outer corner first again. And then bringing it upwards. Not as high as I took the last shade. So funny because this used to be my go-to brush, and now all my 227s from Zoeva are dirty, so it's what I go for after, like when I'm desperate. It's so funny. I still like this brush, but the 227 from Zoeva, it took over. I never thought I would ever say that, but it definitely happened. Again, bottom row, and going in with the fourth shade on a Wayne Goss 19. Tapping that on the outer corner. We're going to add some depth now. Bringing it slightly upward. Small circular motions. Adding back in on the bottom, because when I blend it can lighten this area a little bit. Refer 21 going in on the first row, second shade. I am going to first apply this directly to the inner corner, and then I'm going to start lightly patting over the last shade so we get a nice gradient. I'm using this shade Dry. cleaning off that brush, and I'm going to use it for the first shade in the palette, highlighting the brow arch. Last shade in the palette on our refer number 3. I am going to place this right along the top of my lashes, just doing it softly, a little bit more pigmented on the outer half, just lightly on the inner corner. And then I'm going to go add on inner rim liner and mascara. Going back to the face, I'm going to go into the Anastasia palette. I'm going to grab the blush on a Royal & Lang, ooh, it picks up a lot. A Royal & Lang Nickel BOM 38. I'm just going to, that picked up quite a bit of product, so, okay, not too bad. Blend this out. This color kind of reminds me of Wayne Goss's Coral Rose. I like the texture of Wayne's better, but I love this color. It's so bright underneath my eyes. It is like distracting to me. Linda Hallberg 306 and the highlight. I'm going to apply this just a little bit softer. I don't want to be too bright today. Watch, and then I'll end up still looking like the Tin Man. Some on my nose. I have 2 more powders from Jaclyn, and I believe that she baked with these. I don't know if I want to bake. I could do the lower part of my cheeks. We'll see. We'll see. I picked ones that I could brighten up the face because I love going down the center of my face with another powder. So I have the shade Brightening Lilac. It's pretty light. Is it lighter than my Fenty or the same? Those are pretty close. I want to open up my Brightening Pink. Ooh, this looks pretty. It's almost like a beigey pink. All right, I'm a little nervous, but I'm going to do this. I am first going to take my Royal & Lang Nickel BOM 270 and the Lilac. Just taking a little bit. I know she baked. Oh my gosh. I just talked about how I was not used to a bright under eye, and I think I just got brighter. Pretty sure I did. I'm going to go ahead and spray my face. This is from Dominique Cosmetics. It's called the Ultra Hydrating Fine Mist. I really like that one because it's super, super duper fine. I don't end up with too much on my face. And now I'm going to attempt this. Let's see. Got my little sponge. This is the Brightening Pink. It's not something I typically do anymore, so we'll see how this turns out. Ooh, I'm nervous. But it is a very smooth powder. Like super smooth. I'm always nervous I'm not going to get it straight enough. Like even enough, that's what I mean. I just feel like if I'm going to do this, I need to put a spot on my forehead. Is that weird? Like I need a little bit bright, a little bit more brightness in this area if I'm going to be this bright everywhere else. Ooh, I was just wiping off my lips to go ahead and put on a lip liner for my lipstick that I'm going to wear. But I thought about this. This is new to me. It's from Lila B. The lip oil. I have a hard time getting enough product out. It's like, it looks like there would be enough, but I have to dip in here like 3 or 4 times. Has anyone tried this and had the same experience or not? I like the product. I like the way it feels, but it bugs me that I have to dip in there and dip in there and dip in there. And not to get, I don't want like a gloop on my lips. I just need enough to make it go around. So I don't know if that's just mine, or let me know if you have that same issue. I'm going to be going in with a peachy nude lipstick, so I use my Natasha Denona liner in Michelle. I love these liners, but it's been 3 minutes, so I want to take this off. And this is the Smooth Buffer. Oh, that looks good. Still lighter, but it looks good. Smooth Buffer from Sonia G. Oh, a little bit more dry. It's like it's perfected, but Do I want to spray my face one more time? I am going to spray my face one more time. And then I'm going to finish off with the lipstick. This is from CTZN, which I believe would be like Citizen Cosmetics. Never tried them before. I have no idea what to expect. This is called the Nudiversal Lip Duo. It's a lipstick and a lip gloss. I'm going to swatch both of them first before I put it on my lips. So this is what the color looks like. This is the gloss, and then this side is the lipstick. Didn't Tarte do something like this? I feel like it did. It's a good texture. There they are. This is going to look good. I've got high hopes for this. These are very light. Like very, very light. Okay, I hope that the gloss, I think the gloss is going to bring it to life. I thought it was. I feel like it looked darker on my hand. I don't know if I'm just not sure about it or what. It just seems very, very light. What other colors do I have in here? Yeah, I'm gonna put this one on because this just, it's really light. By the way, the first one I went in with was Barbados. Now I'm going in with Ibiza, and I switched my liner to Michelle. Not Michelle, the Michelle is the first one, to Natasha. I feel like the peachy color goes better with the look because it's a really warm eye, but it's just a little bit too light. I think I would like it better with maybe a darker liner. All right, this is the finished look. Now I'm gonna go finish off my hair and I will be right back. So here it is, the finished look with hair and everything. I have some thoughts for sure. Before I get into that, I have to address my little guy right here coming down. Ugh, I pulled out a couple lashes with my lash curler. Yes, it was so much fun, except no, that's why those things scare me, but I've been using them a lot recently. And yeah, I did it on this side and then I decided I was not even going to curl this side. And I pulled a couple of my lashes out. So I was like, well, I'll just put a little individual there, like a little cluster. Nope, it was falling down. So anywho, usually I can just take my mascara and go and push my lashes over and cover an area like that. But this was on its last leg today. So anywho, that's what happened with that. All right, let's get into what I use today, what I'm loving, and what maybe I'm not loving. Let's start off with the foundation. The Forever Natural Nude from Dior. This is so pretty. I will need a darker shade. Seeing as we're going into summer, I know this is going to be a little too light for me, but I do like the formula. It pretty much matches my skin on my face right now perfectly, but my face is lighter than my body, so I'm going to have to purchase another one, which is fine because I really, really like the way that this looks on my skin. It is so pretty and it's so comfortable. If you're looking for something that has a light coverage, a little bit more than a tint, but less than, you know, something that's medium or even light medium, that is really nice. And if you have dry skin, I think that you will love it as well. The brush that I used, I love this brush. I am so glad that I got it. I don't know how to say this name, I apologize, but this really buffed it in. I like the handle. There's just something about it with, I wouldn't like it for blush and whatnot for the daily. You know, I have travel brushes and stuff that I really like because it's just easier to pack and then you're using it for a few days. But this handle for foundation, I really like it. It wasn't streaky, it was nice to apply. It was just overall just really, really great. So I'm happy that I purchased that as well. I think I got that off of Beautylish. I think it was Beautylish, yeah. And then, okay, so we need to move on to this. Bronzer Impeccable. I was like, oh my gosh, it picked up so much product with a very soft brush. These two products, I like the blush, but like I was saying, formula-wise, I definitely like the Wayne Goss one better. I'm pointing to over here because this is where my Project Pan stuff is, and I'm trying to pan that. This is similar to that. The highlighter in Wayne's is definitely better. But the blush is just, I'm just so into more hydrating products. This is a good one if you like matte blushes. I like it, I don't love it. And then the highlight I like, but I don't love as well. It feels creamy, but it's slightly drier. It is slightly drier, and I'm not in love with it. I really wish they would have taken this concept. I like the packaging and everything, made it creams. That would have been more up to date, you know, it would have been something different for them. And I don't know, it's like I like it, but I don't love it. I'm not gonna pick this up just for the bronzer. Come on, put some creams out there, put some creams. All right, next up, the Endangered Cosmetics Red Panda palette. It's so cute. Like, I love that the little cardboard outside packaging makes him be in his trees. That is so cute to me. Would I have purchased this for just the colors alone? No, they did work really well, but I'm not into these shades, but they are Red Panda shades. And I do like the eye look that I came out with. I'm just not into super warm palettes at the moment, but it's cute. It's cute. And I had to have it because it's a red panda. It's my favorite animal. And plus it's for a good cause as well. So I had to do it. I had to do it. All right, next up, all of the Jaclyn stuff. Okay, these powders are so silky. Absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna have to try to get my hands on the, I think it's banana. I want to get my hands on that. I think it was sold out whenever I bought both of these, but I really like the pink one. The purple one is nice, but I think it's a little too bright for me. It's not gonna be something I can use during the summer or anything like that, but quality, beautiful. The translucent powder, I really like that it didn't make my face feel cakey. It didn't make it super matte either, which is really nice, but I don't think this is going to work on everybody. I think this is going to be like me, maybe a medium, maybe, and you'd have to spray your face to make it kind of sink in a little bit more. But it is a very beautiful powder, especially if you do not want to have too much powder on your face. But I don't think that that is going to work for everyone. This lipstick and gloss duo, I love it. I love it. The first shade was just a little too light, but I think if I go in with a darker liner, we're going to be in the clear. I like the formula of both the lipstick and the liner. I should have talked about this first, but I forgot. I'm going to be completely 100 with you guys. It's nice. It doesn't hold a candle to my Becca primer. I think it is nice. It's not something that I'm going to repurchase. I definitely think that my under eye looks great, but I've worn these by themselves and also with my Becca under eye primer, and it doesn't look as good as it did with the Becca under eye, but it does look better than it did without anything. So I would say this does do something, but it's not going to be what I use to replace my Becca under eye anti-fatigue primer. It's just okay. It's just basic in my opinion. I think if you're really hydrated under your eyes, that you will be fine. These, I love them. I love them. I love them. It's like a no makeup look. It is so, it's just so natural. So natural. I really like that formula. I'm interested to see what happens. Am I going to stop using my Giorgio or not? I don't know. I don't know. And then we have the palette of powders. I don't think that's what it's called, but you know, whatever. This, I think I'm going to actually try to get the light medium or medium. I don't know which ones, but these are nice. These are so beautiful. Oh my gosh. A little too bright for me. I'm like, whoo, it's just not what I'm used to. I like for my under eye to kind of be the same as the rest of my face, but I have to admit that these are gorgeous. They go on, they brighten, they smooth, they are stunning. Absolutely stunning. But that is it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.